Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Winter Magic 2022 Q&A for Elvenar. So, I'm Giada, I'm here with Tiago, and we will answer all of your questions about the event and also other things. We're here for you. So, Tiago, hi. Thank you for joining
Hello.
this Q&A and like all of the others that we have done together up until now. What can you tell me about the event?
Ooh, winter event 2022. Well, I think you guys might remember that on the last winter event, we met Boblin, the winter goblin,
Yeah.
and his motivation on creating the biggest distribution network in Elvenar.
Hmm.
So this winter, he's also looking for more places where he can expand his distribution network. And the funny thing is that walking into the ice plains, he
Hmm.
finds a weird magical crystal. He can see that there's some energy going on there, flowing from outside of this crystal, but he cannot touch it. It's weird. Every time he tries to touch it, it itches.
Oh, okay.
And knowing that he wants that richness for himself, he tries to pull the crystal and try to make it actually work, but nothing comes out of it. Then he meets a very nice and friendly Yeti. And this Yeti is actually able to use the crystal and use its magic to affect the goods in Elvenar.
Wow.
Our greedy goblin always tries to tie down the Yeti, tries to keep the crystal for himself. But in the end, as we know, Christmas is a moment of sharing, of finding your friends, of being together. And that's also the same thing that a Yeti tries to teach Boblin, that
Hmm.
without the help of the Yetis, he's not able to use the power because the power will never serve a greedy person.
Yeah.
So they spend a lot of time together working on this crystal. The Bubbly also invites some friends to come build a hut for the Yeti, and in the end, the real power of the Chroma Frost is unveiled to the players. And that is
Wow.
exactly the story we bring in our main event building, the Chroma Frost Glacier. The Chroma Frost Glacier is the central piece of the Yeti settlement, as we call, not as a regular Elvenar settlement, but a small village of Yetis, where you're going to see Bobbling and his friends interacting with the Yetis and actually helping build these village. Interesting to say is that you can see all the stages on the building telling exactly the story of these. I mean, Boblin is a little bit stubborn, but in the end he learns. So he always tries to steal the stone or keep the stone for himself, but in the end he ends up becoming friends with the Yeti. So the Chroma Forest Glacier is the new Evo building we bring for you. It's brand new, and it will allow our players to produce in the end, apart from all culture and population, we're going to have regular goods and ascended goods and knowledge points. So for players
Wow.
that need it, it's a very good building to produce goods with.
All right. That's
Yeah,
that's really really cool.
yeah,
But
and go for it.
that's like what the when you were telling the story, that's what the winter magic is all about, right? It's
Yes,
friendship.
it's friendship. And together with the main event building around, you're going to see also all the other constructions that the Yetis bring. So for the
Ooh,
players
what are
that
those?
go for the Royal Prize Pass, we have the Vibrant Village. So it's a
Hmm.
very lively village with all the Yetis working together with Boblins with the gifts and constructing the city. So it's quite nice. Uh,
Hmm.
and it's super cute to see the little Yetis playing with the gifts.
Aw.
Yeah, we also have the brisk market where you're also going to see Yetis enchanting some gifts with some magical powers.
Hmm.
The brisk market will be also giving you sentient goods, culture,
Okay.
and population.
Oh, that's good.
The and we have also the place where all the magic is being a little bit stored. That is the fragile bubble, where players will use it not only as a decoration, because I think it's really beautiful, it's super colorful, but
Yes, it is.
also as a very nice mana producing building. Just a little bit of mana to make it special, but the main point of these buildings is actually to be a cool decoration for your city.
Oh yeah, like I love it, and I saw like I actually saw that our artists are have done all of these cool ice formations all around the bubble that
Mm-hmm.
they form like that in real life. I don't know if you ever saw it, but I saw a
Mm-hmm.
video of a bubble that froze right in the middle of winter, and it was like that. It was so magical. I love
Exactly.
it. It's like the art in Elvenar is always so stunning. Though I know that you are not saying it all, do you want to like keep the Tome of Frozen Goods a secret?
No, it's actually the end of the story, right?
Uh
For
huh.
example, as I said, the Chroma Frost has the power of freeze resources on Elvenar,
Uh huh.
and it is unlocked by our Yeti.
Oh.
So for this event, we prepared something really special for our players. I think players on later chapters also will love it. Players on early chapters, I really suggest you to go for it, grab it, and keep it until you get to a little bit later stage in the game.
Yes.
Because these magic can maintain these resources for longer periods. So in the grand prizes and the royal prize best, you can find the tome of frozen goods.
Yes.
The tome of frozen goods will allow our players to select one out of three expiring buildings:
Mm-hmm.
the cryonurium, the cryo seeds, and the cryomana.
Yes.
Very beautiful buildings, 2x2, super small. You can place in the city. You get some culture, but the effect is incredible. These buildings will reduce your mana, unurium, and seeds decay by
5%. I saw
5%.
it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So you can either put two of those and bring a decay of one of these resources to zero, or you
Mm.
can just put two of the one of each of them and reduce 5% on your decay.
Mm.
So for the next months, you will have reduced decay and you can use your mana without having to worry so much that you're going to lose them on the next day. So that is one of the small gifts we added in this event for our players.
I can't wait to have them. And I love the poetry of it. Like also, like our players saw this already with the flower decorations that we had with the flower goblin last May. And
Mm-hmm.
these though like and the flower like disappeared after they bloomed, right, after a
Mm-hmm.
certain, and the poetry with this is also so amazing because it's the ice that is melting after a while, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's no longer, it's amazing, it's really really cool, and I can't wait to have the cryomana because
Mm-hmm.
it's my favorite between the three, and also like having mana not decaying as much as fast is super good, and 60 days is incredible.
Yes. Yes.
So
We are working on making these decorative buildings as well as giving meaningful effects and
mm,
tying it up with the story. So we
yes.
have also these months where it's a little bit colder in Alvenar, and we will make the building last for this period.
All right.
We have
Thank
a
you,
lot of
Tiago.
questions.
Let's see, because I see that there are already a lot of people that are asking questions. Thank you, guys. We're here for you. And I'm seeing, for example, hello by Sue, Laureen, and Danny. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for being with us.
Celeste, I'm pronouncing it in Italian. I don't know if you're Italian. Hi. Great event. We love it as much as you do. Um, Kevin, is there a chance on these winter events to get more of the old cool buildings from past events? I know sometimes you reuse them, but some of the past ones are so cute. Actually, Kevin, can you tell us more about that, Tiago?
Yeah. So if there is any specific building that you would like to have seen in an event, let us know. We can try to bring them on our next event. But I don't know if you guys had the chance to play with the event yet, because we brought another gift for you during this winter event. First thing is, in the postal box, if you look for it, you will find very interesting older event buildings. So you can find the lazy snowman, the frozen unicorn, you can find the frozen lake, the frozen
Ooh.
tree magic stump. You're gonna be able to find the Yeti hot spring, the frozen purple flame, and the frozen green flame that are quite powerful.
Yeah.
And for players that are a little bit more lucky, we have one of the best cultural buildings in the game available there, the Frozen Giant Shrine. So it's a
What?
2017 building that we're bringing back for the lucky players that open enough the postal boxes.
Okay. I love that for my
Yeah,
city. Let's get it.
yeah, and that's
Like,
not only what we have.
oh no, is it not?
Yeah, if you give it also a check on the grand prizes and the royal prizes, I think something will draw your attention. On the grand prizes, we have a building called the Giant's Hand.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I
Yeah,
know that.
and on the
Oh,
royal prizes, you're gonna find the Ice Mountain Troll. Does it sounds a bell?
yeah, it rings a bell. Yes.
Yeah, because the Giant's Hand, together with the Ice Mountain Troll,
Huh?
together with two more buildings, they form a set building from also from 2017.
Oh wow.
And we put on the dailies the Frozen Orc Vortex. It's a
Hmm.
great orc producing building, and the Frozen Fountain. So
Okay.
players that need orcs and mana can get the Frozen Fountain and the Frozen Orc Vortex as a daily. If you want to go for the set, play the game. You have on the grand prize the third part of the set, and on the royal prize the fourth part of the set. So you can bring back the 2017 set for you in this event.
So hold back. So we
Yeah.
have a set that is amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
always been amazing, and we are bringing it back. We
Yes.
have the Tome of Frozen Goods that brings three new experiment buildings that basically stop potentially the decay to a certain
Mm-hmm.
percentage.
Mm-hmm.
We have new buildings,
Yes.
like right from the bat, like they're exclusive of this event and they're super new. We
Mm-hmm.
have old buildings, we have unicorns. That are like we have all of these things for this event.
Yes, we have all of these things, buildings that players love from the past, the Winter Star, the Frozen Old Cave that is super cute. We have the Father Tree of Candy Cane, very good culture population, super beautiful to have. I personally love it. The Frozen Father Tree, also very good
Mhm.
culture building. Lifeblood Cone. We have so many beautiful buildings. We have the Frozen Shipwreck, a very beautiful and big culture population. The
Wow.
Aureate Willow, also very beautiful. So this event is filled with stuff.
Wow.
Very good, beautiful buildings. And just to finish a little bit about the prizes before we go back to the questions, we created also a new tome that we can
Yes.
put together with the Chroma Frost.
What?
We created the Tome of the Plentiful.
What is that?
Yeah, so a lot of our players were needing a little bit more of mana here, a little bit more of orcs there, a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
more of
yeah.
Unurium there. And sometimes some buildings were producing like goods and then Unurium, then sentient goods and seeds. So we were changing between resources and goods all the time. So
Yeah.
we created one tome, the Tome of the Plentiful, that will allow the players that, of course, the ones that already unlocked these
Mhm.
resources,
Mhm.
to select between a good amount of Unurium, a good amount of mana, a good enough amount of orcs, or a good amount of seeds, or some resources,
Wow.
some goods. So you can now also select if you need any of these resources, you can get it directly from a tome.
I want it.
Yes, it's Christmas seasons. We're distributing gifts for our players.
Ah! Oh,
This
I
time,
love it.
this time winter is incredible.
Oh wow. I mean, yeah, it was better. Oh, and Celeste, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Please let me know if I'm not. Says the unicorn zebra is so cute. I love it too. Like I have like a collection of unicorns. Like they're all different. They're all, like it's amazing. It's amazing how many unicorns we actually have. And then there's a question. I am afraid the name has been lost into
Hmm.
translation, but here is like, how many events more? We have not territories to place. I think that's expansions to place anymore.
So
What do you mean? What can you please rephrase your question again and come to us because I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something, but I don't see your
I,
name.
d- I understand the question. The question
Then
is how
please,
many more
Tiago.
events we're going to have because we have not enough territories to place the final results. So the city doesn't have enough space to put the
Oh
results.
yes.
So
Okay.
we have our team, the team, the event team on Elvenar. We think we always focused about giving players events where they can pick something that they need. So we will keep the same amount of events for next year. And the idea is each event will cater to one specific need of these players. So we have some events that will go for battling players, some events that will go more for traders, some events that will go on progression. So the idea, of course, if you want to collect all the evil buildings, is amazing. I collected myself, but also you can decide if you're going to place one evil or the other and get what fits better to your strategy. For example, on October, on Halloween, we had the Witch Doctor that produced units, great for battling players. Some players don't need so many units. They can now have, for example, the Chroma Frost Glacier that will give you resources.
Yeah.
So we want to have our players, we want to offer to our players everything that they might need
Mm.
to have fun in the game, to progress in the game, but also to build their cities the way they like.
Yeah. Thank you, Tiago, for this answer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there is William.
Mm-hmm.
There is a quest to receive catalyst, combining catalyst,
Mm-hmm.
for new players that have not researched crafting. How can they complete this quest? If there is anything that you cannot do, please contact support. They will absolutely get to your issue. If there is an issue in the game that you have not the ability of doing that, it's probably a bug. So please let us know, and we will be right there because the support is there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Please, 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 William, contact support.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that your issue is uh, taken right away, and I know that all our supporters are there for you. Let's see another question. Oh, there's Falcon Wing. Hi,
Hey,
Falcon
Falcon
Wing.
Wing, welcome back.
Welcome back. You heard a rumor there's some deer maybe walking around the forest in your city? Maybe. I don't know actually. I'll need to ask our artists if they change anything. But I don't know. I don't know if that's possible technically right now. I know already that actually, just so you to know, the different like layouts that the city has, the seasonal ones, actually take a lot of work, like technically to be changed and stuff. So to add something else, I find it technically improbable, but it's incredibly romantic. Like I would love to have, some reindeers going around in the snowy city. Yeah, that would be cool. Um, Lynette asks, why did you include a quest to scout or to complete an item on the tree? To complete an item on the tree? For me, I finished chapter 20, as scouting can be well over a week. It doesn't seem very fair. Oh, Lynette, I'm so sorry if it doesn't seem fair to you. It's
Mm,
like chapter 20 is like, you're a veteran. Like, thank you for
yeah,
staying with us so much.
welcome.
And chapter 20, I think, requires a lot of balancing to make sure that the game remains entertaining. Tiago, do you have anything to say about what Lynette asks?
We are constantly working on improving the quest conditions for the events.
Mm.
And if we spot, we were going to check. And if we spot any quests conditions that might be too hard for players, we are always open to balance. We've been rebalancing it during the whole year. If you remember, we added now the chance of players on later chapters to produce sentient and ascended goods and have it counted to the tasks. And we will keep on working on that. As a scouting quest for players on later chapters, chapter 20, for example, we also think that even though the times are really long, we distribute also a lot of time boosters that can make the scouting times a little bit faster, as well as you have the Ancient Wonder released on Power of Music that literally reduces the scouting time. So I think in the end, it takes a little bit longer, but I'm quite sure experienced players like Lynette can deal with quests like that.
Yeah.
But please keep us informed that we will, as always, work to make it on the correct level.
Yeah, like your feedback is always very valuable for us. So if you have this impression, we need to investigate on this. But I know that our game designers are very attentive on what is required for all of the conditions.
Yes.
Celeste again says animations of the buildings are great. Thanks to Elvenar devs. Yes, they are amazing. Our artists, our developers are top notch. They have done such a wonderful job with this event.
Indeed, they did.
And
It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and Funko says hello, all good, happy holidays. Happy holidays! It's so good to have people coming back all the time. Like it's after a while you remember names and you're like, yeah, welcome back. I missed you. Janice says it's lovely to see you both again. Let us know. Hi, Janice. Kevin, I love when the town changes to winter setup. Yes,
it's also my favorite, definitely.
I love that too. Question from Thomas. He actually is asking too.
Okay.
Can we get a check mark on the spire icon when we've completed it on browser? It's already there on mobile. So Thomas is, first of all, one of our veteran player there that is getting really, really professional about the game because it's playing on both of the possible solution, like mobile and browser. So yeah, your feedback is very appreciated because you can tell us what you need. What do you think about that, Thiago?
I don't see any problem about it. Let's take it to the development team and see what we can do. That's nothing very complicated, I would assume.
Yeah.
Thanks for the feedback, Thomas.
Thank you. And then second question, how about reducing the build time for level 1 marble or steel or plank manufacturers to 10 seconds, like the workshops? Removing the cell building warning for those at level 1 would also be nice.
So reducing the build time is a matter of balancing. We can discuss that topic. Removing the cell buttons specifically for a specific stage, I think it requires more development than it brings solutions. But I understand your point. I think the timing can be discussed. Creating a specific solution for a level 1 building, that would be way harder to see, because we have to also be sure that players that started the game will not. I imagine for players that are on later chapters to build and then sell, it might be a little bit boring to have to click and confirm. But for players in the early stages, they need that safety measure. So I think this is more taking care of our new starting players.
Thank you, Thiago. Let's see. Thomas is asking again. Thank you, Thomas, for all your questions. Guys, this is your time. We still have 6 minutes. If you have questions, please ask them, because we want to hear you. We want to understand what you care about. And if you have any doubts about this winter event as well. Could we get a filter, he says, for the trader to hide cross-tier trades. What do you think about that, Tiago?
We currently don't have this feature, but we have been discussing a lot on where to add filters and how to add filters. So it's a topic that has been brought from the community, and we are debating it. I don't know what sort of filters we might have. Could be a good idea, but I think that's still in discussion. But thanks for the feedback.
Thank you, guys. Really. All right. I have another question. There is Thomas. Older players would love a chance to try new strategies without losing years of progress. So could we please revisit teleporting ancient wonders? Preventing abuse would be as simple as making it expensive. For example, a blueprint or multiple teleport spells would do it. What do you think about that, Tiago? I know that we have been hearing about this, and has there been a decision about it? What can you tell me?
We still don't have a decision about it. The idea for now is we keep it the way it is. I think the point Thomas brings up is quite valid. So I'll take it to the game designers and discuss the topic with them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for the feedback, Thomas.
Let's see. Cynthia, thank you so much for the live chat. You both are wonderful. Cynthia.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us.
Yes. Patricia, I have a wish.
Not
Tell me your wish. This event, but in the future, I would love to see the Unicorn Glade return. It's so beautiful.
Noted. Let's see what we can do for you, Patricia.
Saul asks, is there a chance of getting an advert so that we don't have to click each neighborly help and it is automatic after the ad?
I don't think we have anything like that for now. And I don't know if that will be a solution. I think interacting with I imagine a player that needs to do an event quest that requires giving neighborly help, and then he gives all his neighborly helps, and then he gets a quest that requires again to do a neighborly help in 2 different points. So that might not be so interesting as it seems, but let's keep that in mind.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tiago. Patricia asks, I love the hide buildings feature on mobile. Would it really be helpful to have it on browser as well?
I agree with her.
Yeah, no, I love it too. It's kind of difficult as far as I know, because the systems are not the same. So to implement the same thing is not. What do you think about that, Tiago?
No, I think it's something that I would like to work towards. That definitely. I think we only have 2 more minutes, right?
Yes, yes.
Before we go, I want to tell them just one more thing that we're bringing for Christmas.
What is that?
If you have the time, I would suggest you to go on beta, our beta server, and give it a check on what we just released there, and will be coming on live next year.
What's that?
We just released a brand new season pass.
What's that, though?
It's a 75-day event that will reward our players just for playing. So it's not as challenging as the event quests. And we give them 4 daily quests every day. They have 4 weekly quests to complete. They have calmly 2 months to finish it. And we are bringing 50 different rewards for the players.
Is that 50?
50 different. And in the end of it, the players will get a season pass exclusive building for free if they complete the season pass. We created the Somnial pool. A lot of people will remember the burning pool. We reworked it. We made it more beautiful. It looks like a transmog of the burning pool, the Somnial pool, our main building for the Season of Dreams. So next year, we're going to bring it to live. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to test it now, Go to beta, you're going to see our two new features, the season pass and the cauldron, already live on beta.
Oh man, that's amazing. So, guys, I want to take this time to thank you for being there. Thank you, Tiago, also for replying to all of our questions. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us. And happy holidays. See you in the next one.
Happy holiday, guys. See you next. Bye-bye.
Ciao.